and welcome to today's video. So today's video is a really fun collab / tag that I've been tagged in by Lindsay over at Lally Disney Crafts and Fun. So make sure to go and check out her channel. Her and the Most Magical 5 and Vintage Nectarines kind of came up with this kind of spin the wheel, make a craft type collab, and it was really cool, and Lindsay tagged me. So I've got the rules, and we're gonna read the rules, and we're gonna follow the instructions, and we're gonna find out what we're gonna make together. So let's get started. So the rules state that we go to random.org, we put 1 in the minimum box and 10 in the max box. We're gonna hit generate. We're going to get a number, we're going to get a result. So then we're going to go to the craft list and it'll tell us what we're going to make. And our craft options are, so these are 1 through 10. For the kitchen, jewelry, DIY ears, use fabric, use a recycled item. For the parks, DIY artwork. For a dinner party, use a vintage book or like little golden book, or buy all craft supplies at Dollar Tree. Not bad. So once we do that, we repeat that to find out what our character theme and what our challenge is. So it says you may regenerate only once if the craft chosen is out of your comfort zone. So I mean, I get that, because you don't want to just re-hit generate until you pick the one you want, because that takes all the fun out of it. So it says, create a craft using the specification you've randomly been assigned. Show off your finished project and then tag a friend. So let's get started, and I'm going to bring you guys along with me to random generate. Okay, so here we are at random.org. I've already got it all set up. So we are going to generate, and this one is for our craft. So generate, and our generated number is the number 8. So number 8 is a craft for a dinner party. So whatever I make has to be for a dinner party. Okay, so the next one is going to be, go back up here because I have it in 2 different spots. The next is our character. So we're going to generate again. We got the number 8 again. Okay, so for a dinner party, and the character is a fairy, so I can do any type of fairy. So now we have to get our challenge number. So here we go. 10. All right, so the challenge is use paint. Okay, so what we've got here, what we ended up with was, for our craft is, it's something for a dinner party. Our character is fairies, and our challenge is to use paint. You know, not too bad. I was kind of worried. I was going, oh my gosh, what if I have to do something like, I'm not a great ears maker. So I was very concerned I was going to have to make ears. But that's okay, I'm not making ears. So next, we've got to come up with a craft idea. Let's head to Pinterest, y'all. So I think I had found what I'm going to make. I went to Pinterest and I did some searching, and I found they called it a fairy nightlight, but in theory it could be used as table decor. So what it is you're going to need a mason jar with at least 1 smooth lid. Now you can find these at any store. It doesn't even have to be a mason jar. It can be like a Dollar Tree jar. You could even make this open-ended, and I know that I'm like shaking, I'm so excited. You could put it in like a glass with like the top open. It really depends on what you want to do with it. And so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with mine in a little bit. You're going to, it says, because this is calling it a fairy nightlight, and I will link this in the description below so that you can see where I got the idea from. It says that you can use a solar powered mason jar lid. We don't need that. Frosted glass paint. So this is something I didn't have on hand, so I am going to have to order some. So this is going to be a multi-day video. A paintbrush, and I have paintbrushes in my drawer from Dollar Tree, so we're set there. Holographic vinyl. Really, you can use any type of vinyl that you want for this project. You can use holographic vinyl, you can use regular vinyl, you can use vinyl as a stencil and paint around it. We're just going to see what we do. Got several ideas in my head. A Cricut machine. You can use a Cricut machine, you can use a Silhouette, you can die cut it on an old Sizzix, you can die cut it at your local school if your school's still got an older system like ours, and if you, like our school, if you, and this was like pre-pandemic, if you took in your own paper and gave the school a few dollars, they let you cut out things that you need. Like I did that all the time for 4-H growing up. Some sort of fairy file. You can find a lot of free SVGs online. You can also find the Disney cartridges on Design Space. And they also made a unicorn one, which I'm going to do one. And mine is fairies, people. Fairies, not unicorns. So the instructions from them, which we're obviously going to modify, is clean your jars well. This person recommends rubbing alcohol to clean them and let them dry completely. I 100% agree with this, because that way you know that there's no residue from anything on it, and you know it's 100% clean. Paint the entire jar with one coat of the frosted glass paint and set aside to dry. You will want the paint to completely be dry before adding vinyl, so you may have to wait overnight, which is very true. Different paints on different types of textures, and it changes the drying. So like my wood, for example, like I had those spots in different wood activities that I've done that are videos coming up, videos that I've done before. It just kind of depends, and maybe if it's not completely smooth, it's got a rough spot or a divot in it, it's going to not dry right, or there's going to be a puddle. So you really just kind of have to look it over and kind of discretion, but always waiting 24 hours is a good idea. I don't always follow that, so you guys know that anyway. You cut your file, and then size your design to fit the mason jar and cut the shape from vinyl. Weed away all excess. Weeding means that you're going to clean up and take like the excess from around it. So if this stapler had a piece in the center, I would take and clean up all around it and use what was in the center. Transfer the tape to your mason jar. You can use transfer tape. You can use contact paper, whatever works for you. Then it says add the solar light and you're ready for fairy night. Now, we're not going to add solar light. What we're going to do is we're going to do something different. Can't wait to show you. So, the first step is that we've ordered the frosted glass paint. The second step is that we need to make a trip to Dollar Tree, because there's a couple things we need. So, let's get going. So, we are back from Dollar Tree. And while I didn't take you guys along with, I will show you what I got for this project. So, I got, because I saw these and I thought this is going to be a separate item that could be for a dinner party, but I will still use the paint. Dollar Tree had these mini glass containers. It's a 6-piece for $1. And then they have there was 5 colors of glitter. And I'm like, you can make little fairy dust bottles, like as a little party favor. So we're going to make those too. But going back to like the fairy light thing that we were going to make, I found this little container in the candle and votive aisle. And I thought it was so pretty. And then the Dollar Tree that I was at didn't have the battery operated candles, but I actually needed some tea lights anyway. So I got this package of tea lights. There are 20 unscented tea lights for $1. So when I was thinking about what kind of vinyl I wanted to use, I found some vinyl at Michael's, and I didn't want a whole lot because I don't use a whole lot of pink vinyl. But in the Scissor Easy Weed area, they have, it looks like it should be racks for 12 by 12 paper, but they bless you. It's Oracle 651 vinyl, and it's just a single sheet, and it's $1.99. So if you need just a little bit of vinyl and you don't want to buy a whole roll, definitely go check out Michael's and get just a sheet of vinyl. And this is the iron-on. This is just regular vinyl. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start painting our votive holder, and I did order this on Amazon. So this completes the paint part of my challenge, and it is by Delta Creative. It's a crema coat frosted glass in Exotic Sea. So let's start painting on our votive. So a week and a half after I started this project, it is completely done. The reason that it took so long to complete was because the paint that I purchased, like I said, it's this frosted glass paint. You have to let it set between up applications, and with me being at school, I really just couldn't pick it up and do it. So I would have to do a piece here and then wait a few days and then do another part here, and then you have to bake it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not a good idea. But I think it ended up turning out super cute. I did end up putting 2 more coats of Mod Podge on it just to help seal the vinyl to this glass paint. It really did not want to stick. It wanted to bubble pretty bad. Probably part of it is the design that I did pick, but I think it turned out really cute. And it just says brilliant on it, and it's that from the Tinkerbell cartridge on Cricut. So next what we're going to do is not knock stuff off my work desk. We're going to grab a tea light. Now you can use a battery operated tea light. I happen to have just some little regular tea lights here. Pop it inside. Grab our lighter. Maybe. Maybe. Got it. It's running out of fuel. And here it is. Let's do a shot of it in the dark. So here it is when it's in the dark and it's got its candle in it. What I will say is that probably part of the reason that it streaked so badly is maybe the brush I used initially. I probably should have used a different style of brush, but I still think it looks pretty cute. And really, when the candle isn't lit, you can't see the streaks. So, it does look cute. You could put a tea candle in it. You could use it as a centerpiece and put flowers in it. This has so many uses for a dinner party, or you could use it to hold, if you were doing like a children's birthday party, you could use it as the favors container and put like little goodies in it. They could use it like on their desk. So that's it for today's video. Again, I really want to thank Lindsay over at Lally Disney Crafts and Fun for tagging me in this craft roulette challenge collab. So I am tagging Kaitlyn Christine, Christy's Corner, and Just Sami Things for this challenge. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye everyone.